This show is part of the HeadStuff podcast network.
Welcome to the baby
bonus.
What?
No.
Ding 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 ding
No,
ding
this
ding
is-
bam
no.
bam 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 bam.
No,
I blame myself.
no, it's crowd interaction.
Crazy Frog.
It's something Phil in it.
Maybe you heard of it.
Baby,
Baby.
baby,
Baby.
baby, 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 bonus time, yeah.
That's good.
And a little bit sad.
He was the best guy around.
Oh my, is it hot in here or what?
You're an attractive guy.
It's the fabulous Tony Cantwell.
I'm talking about Shane Daniel Byrne.
All right. Well, look, we usually dip into the mail.
Ball bag.
Ball bag. And someone sent a message, but it didn't. I think there must have been an image with it. Oh, there is an
So
image
for the
with it.
audio listeners, that was a bit of vamping on Killian's part while he got to the very email.
But they just sent a message, and okay, well, there's an image with it now. But sometimes when people send you a message, the image doesn't show up, and the message just said Killian Sundermann, trendsetter.
Okay.
Wow.
And it was sent by a guy called Owen, and I was like, oh my god. Just a random message from someone saying, "Listen, that guy is such a trendsetter."
Everyone's
Fortunately,
smelling like
the image
shoes
is
now.
there, and it's an article which says "Fart walk is the latest fitness trend going viral online." Know all about it. So unfortunately, setting trends is just
In
going for a
the
walk
you're setting trends in the fart space.
in the fart
space.
space. Everyone smells like shoes and walks out fucking stinking of farts. It's like a mixture between shoe deodorizer and methane.
If you're gonna fart outside in a windy walk, that's the best place to do it.
Wow, you're so like just part of nature. I cannot wait to read this book. Is that one of the tips in it?
Yes. No. my
Get out
book-
amongst nature.
I need to start talking about my book more, but it's out there and it's coming. And the book launch is incredible. I think
It's on a great.
That's kind of Trumpy in there.
It's incredible.
Is
Book
incredible.
launch, incredible.
It's fight. It's one of the greatest. It's on one of the greatest American days. No, actually,
No, God, no.
Sorry, no.
You got
know
that
what?
wrong.
I got that wrong.
Well, you
Your
have to tell
man-
them the date.
Your man was like, "When do you want? Do you want to do a book launch?" I was like, "Yeah." And he's like, "Where?" And I was like, "Chapters," because I love chapters.
Nice,
And he's like, "Okay, we got a great date. It's in September. I think it's the 11th of September."
nice.
And I was like, "Yeah, cool, sounds good." And then had a moment where I was like, "Oh,
11th. September
Doesn't
11th.
remind me.
What's September
that
11th?
Anyway, look, it has nothing to do with books, and I don't mention anything to do with Al Qaeda or anything in the book. So I think it's okay.
Well, at least people will never forget what date it's going to be. Which is September the 11th for Killian's book launch. I can't wait to tell you I've read it.
You haven't
People
read
will
it?
ask
No,
themselves.
I can't wait to tell you that I've read it.
Oh yeah. Well, it's not too long, and it's good. I'm actually very proud of it.
Yeah, you know what books? I'm going to really try and read it because you and Emma Dorn has a book now as well coming out. I have Frankie, Meditation for the Anxious Mind, have his book. I have I'm Grandmam, Kevin and PJ.
Wow, you've read
have
them.
their book.
Wow, you've read a lot of books.
And I have not read them. They just sit there.
Guess what? Was in Cork.
No way.
Was in a charity shop.
Stop.
You know they have the books in the charity shop.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no,
Guess what was in there?
no.
I'm Grandmam.
I'm Grandmamuel.
Oh, well, a lot were sold.
It's
And look,
literally a bestseller. Like if I sell
Yeah.
it's half as much as them, but charity shop.
you know,
Yeah.
just so many were sold
That's
that
great. It's democratizing the literature.
It
once
is,
you've
yeah.
read it, you want someone else to hear the message,
Yeah.
the good news.
Yeah, I honestly, like if I saw my book in a charity shop, I would cry with happiness. It'd be so cool.
People do love keeping their books as nice things. They look nice in a home.
Yeah.
And people say as well, if a guy's got no books in his apartment, get out of there. This kind of thing. But I'm also like, yeah, but just give them away then. You're hoarding it. Sometimes I think you just give all the books at the charity shop. Just go.
Yeah,
Give
Give it direct.
it's a lot
Emma's
of
book
wasted
is
space.
Emma's book is like she's able to write like a memoir. You know,
Yeah.
because she's lived an interesting life.
Yeah.
Mine is a concept one, and so it's like, you know, it's kind of almost, it's not a novel, but it's novel-esque, and there's like a weird concept behind it. So I was kind of like jealous because some, you know, publication was like, Emma, you have a really interesting life. Like, we really want to hear the story of you. Whereas, like, mine was like, I could write about myself. And they're like, no. Give us something that's not about you. Something that's made up. Because it's not interesting enough. I'm like, oh.
And then I played golf because my foot was sore. I couldn't play football. And then, then I had a friend over watch TV with me. And there were willies and bum bums on the TV. And yeah.
All references that you'll find out
Next week.
But,
Coming up on Thursdays.
On Thursday.
Young
We
Hot
should write a
Guys.
book. We should write Young Hot Guy's Guide to Being a big fucking diddly-eyed idiot.
What do you like?
What do you like?
The big Irish head in you.
Big Irish head on you. Here's
Yeah.
20 pages of slags for people in the middle, you know? You big tick, you big Egypt. And if you really don't like someone, you big dog's bollocks.
You big Amadon.
You big Amadon.
You got
Well,
shite.
weirdly, like, bollocks is bad. Dog's bollocks is good.
Is good.
Ah.
Yeah. And then it'll say like Killian ... Well, weirdly, dog's bollocks. And then it'll be like Shane, go way out of that, you big feckin' Egypt. It's like I was reading a script.
Stop you.
Yeah, stop you.
If there's any publication agents listening to this, I mean, it's already
Save
there.
it. I'm going to take transcripts from the podcast, have an AI pick out anything that's to do with Ireland, and then we'll just put it all out there. Be like, and you can just kind of.
Someone
rewrite
said
this in
that
prose.
if every prompt you give ChatGPT is like as bad as pouring out a bottle of water for the environment.
Oh yeah.
What do you mean?
Like, as in that water no longer exists on the planet. It's like you're ruining. It's bad.
Sorry, environmentally. It's
Yes.
like it
In
takes
terms
up
of
that
the
much energy.
Energy
Yes.
and server
Oh
use.
my God.
What's the connection between energy and water?
Well, hydroelectric power. There's one.
Yeah.
But what does that mean?
Oh my God.
It was just
Why the fuck do you think he knows?
He was about to pretend like he did.
Yeah, but like, he obviously doesn't know the relationship between energy and water.
water is the source of everything.
Yes.
Everything needs water,
Yeah.
and if there's less water, there can be less.
So is it
Nonsense
water?
you're
Are
getting
the
after asking a
servers
question like that to a man like him.
are the servers water powered? Like, what does that mean? Do you know what I
Actually,
mean?
the servers are often big things like the what you call the
They need a lot of
data
water.
farms.
Yeah.
Will often be in water to keep it cool, like the fans.
Water cooling, but they use the same water. They just put the water through again.
Do you ever
But
see
still
when the
a
guy
use of
poured a
water.
load of beans into his computer and then screwed it back up, and then they got this
brought
guy
it
Yeah.
that the guy to come in and go, something wrong with my computer, and the guy goes, there's beans inside it. He's like, okay, what? So you need to get them out or something? He's like, it's beans. It's very
Bloody
good.
beans.
I hate pranks, but I like pranks.
Yeah.
There was one the other day I saw where the guy goes up to the guy in like Walmart or whatever. He's like, "Can you use the tannoy to call my brother?" And he's like, "What's your brother's name?" And he's like, "Dylan," but he goes by Dill. And he's like, "Sure." He's like, "What's the surname?" And he's like, "Doe." And the man, rather than go, "Dill Doe to reception, please," he just realizes as he said, and he goes, "Dill Doe." And stops. So he made it worse because he just echoes out across this giant store. You just hear like, "Dill Doe." Like echoes out across the store.
Gas.
And I like some of
That
them.
tickles you.
It does. There's things that tickle me.
Did he realize as he said it?
He realized as he said it, so he was like, "Well, I can't. I'm not going to say this is obviously a prank."
Yeah.
But rather, it would have been better if he said "dildo" to checkout, please.
Yeah.
But imagine walking around the shop, you hear "dildo."
Dildo.
That's when when you get people to say Nispy lots of times.
Nispy, 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 penis, 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 penis.
Whoa!
What?
I met this guy. His name was Omar. He taught me that.
Yeah.
That's my cousin. That's good.
Penis,
I like
penis,
that.
penis,
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 penis, penis, penis, penis, penis, penis, penis, penis, penis, penis.
Oh, I'm gonna tell.
Oh. Whoa. You went full Aussie there.
I'm glad this is a bonus time, right? Because
Behind the paywall, my friends.
I was thinking that like kids would love that as a thing,
Oh, yeah.
right? And then I'm gonna tell every 8-year-old I know about that penis. I'm gonna tell every 8-year-old I know
Oh, my
about that
God.
penis thing. I used to love those things as a kid. Okay, so did you know this one? And like your parents would get them every time. I don't know, my parents were so gullible, but would get them every time. So I won a rat, and then you said I had 2 a rat.
I 2 a rat.
I 3 a rat.
I 4 a rat.
I 5 a rat.
I 6 a rat.
I 7 a rat.
I 8 a rat.
You ate a rat!
Oh, no I didn't. I swear to God, I didn't.
You've just said you did.
No, but I didn't.
I like it.
That's good.
We-
Why
used to
is
do
it a
this.
rat?
I
What about
won a
turd?
rat. I won a rat. I had a talk boy, and I used to use
too.
it to,
Yeah.
to do people.
You probably didn't have nice toys. You probably had like
So-
old wooden things.
Yeah,
Sorry,
so-
go on.
So I was in the school, and I was like, I
Geppetto made
had
all my
I had a
toys.
talk boy watch, right?
Oh, a watch.
Yeah, talk boy watch that you could record. So I would say stuff like, Omar, are you a girl? And I'd record it, right? And then I'd go up to Omar and be like, Omar, do you like ice cream? And I'd record it, and he'd go, yes. And I'd be like, I have evidence. I've blown this wide open. I knew he was. I knew that's why I wanted to kiss him.
I've said this from the start. I have maintained.
I maintain.
Omar is a woman.
Omar is a woman.
have
Yes,
some
he has
very
invented everything. But he's also a bird.
Yes, he may have invented the moon.
Yeah, he did. So that was a good prank, Are you a girl? Now, of course, it's great to be a girl.
Yes.
But back then,
Oh my God.
in a boys' school,
They had to kick him out of school.
they had to kick him out of school, actually.
It's a woman's world, according to failed pop star Katy Perry.
She
It's a very
failed.
dated reference, but that's kind of hot.
Why is everyone coming for Katy Perry?
What's going on?
Because she can't get a thing right.
I think she's someone as well during one of the anonymous questions was like, would you rather eat a light bulb or marry Katy Perry? I'm like, you fucking kidding me? She's an absolute smoke show of a woman, and she's a bit much but she's
What is
son of her son.
didn't she sue some nuns or something?
Well, no, I
a
don't
bad
mind that. That's her own business. I don't mind that.
Being litigious is a very bad habit.
One of the nuns,
The nun.
one of them, she had bought this property, and then the nuns were like, "No, you can't do it." Whatever it was, the nuns owned it before, or whatever. They had an adjoining property or something. Anyway, during the trial, one of the nuns died in the end.
Ooh.
So,
She
but
killed them.
she killed a nun. But she's just.
I ate a nun.
I want-
a nun.
I nailed a nun. But she's a cringe ball. She works with the producer who famously has many allegations against him, which I understand to be credible. Right?
Is that Kesha's boy?
Dr. Luke, yeah. So she worked with him even though she doesn't need to. She could just work with someone else.
Yeah.
And then the song is like, now I'm interested in this because people are like, oh, it's like total faux feminism stuff of like, and it's so contrived. But like, why do they pick Katy Perry as the one? Because so are all the other ones.
I think maybe she's a Republican.
Is she?
I don't know. Her parents were very staunch religious growing up.
This is just throwing
She
it out
kissed a
there.
girl and she liked it.
There's that. She had that song years ago called "That's So Gay."
Wow.
Maybe
she's
maybe she's not a Republican. I'm just like, look, I'm going to research that because I don't want to throw around saying
She's just
There we
not
go.
cool.
There goes 17 minutes.
She's not cool. And then like during the Euros that time, she was like, she wrote, "It is coming home," and then a Union Jack. So first of all, it's coming home, and it's not a Union Jack. It's an England flag is what you need. So she went, "It is coming home," and
Seems
she
like
has an English husband or whatever.
Seems like there's just a bit of a microscope on her. Like, I mean, you know what I mean? Like, it seemed like we're buying into a few people's fixation on Katy Perry that they could have been spent on literally anyone else who is a pop star and probably.
She
post
gave
some
Niall
stuff.
Horan the yes he needed to get through.
There's an article
she-
here that says why is Katy Perry the internet's least favorite person, and it's
I think
because she
she's
voted
great.
for a Republican mayor.
Okay.
That's one of the only reasons. I don't know. Whatever. Anyway,
No,
look,
there's two teams.
that's
you know what I mean?
months
Do you know
ago.
who I like?
By the time this
Sabrina
podcast-
Carpenter. Her song
yeah?
Espresso. That's really good.
I don't like
crack.
what she did to the Keown family.
What about me? What about me?
That's a banger.
And then there's a line in it which says, "Cause I'm a something," and I think, "Cause I'm a wanger."
Okay.
That's good.
Raymond the other day was listening to the podcast on his headphones and he said, Killian is so cute when he just like gets things wrong. When you did
I thought it was right.
when we were doing our podcast, not one of those words was correct what you just said. when we did
What about me? What about me? And it should be a Wanger.
what was the one? Oh, the kids. Instead of saying "think you can stop what we do," I doubt it. You do like do to me to me. You know, you just and
think you can like what we do. I have it.
yeah, you'll just
I
do
have
whatever.
it.
And then it was so fun. That was just this week. Raymond said to me, and then there you are live doing it.
Yeah, well,
Wow.
I just it's funny because I'm quite good with lyrics, but
You're not.
I'm not actually for pop stuff. I just don't. I don't think it matters so much.
No.
Would you be very good on Don't Forget the Lyrics?
For when I'm playing with the sleaze.
No, the game show. Remember that game show?
Oh,
Lock in those lyrics.
Lock
I
in
would,
those
I would be
lyrics.
good if it was like Irish ballads. You know,
Jesus Christ.
and I'm not talking the Krista Berg. I'm talking like you know, as she roved out, or you
So
know,
it goes.
As I roved
As I roved
Jesus Christ!
Oh my God!
she moved through the fair, and as I roved out,
As she roved through the fair.
as she roved through the fair.
She wrote through the fair.
Do you know what I want them to bring back? I do love Lock In Those Lyrics.
Lock In
I
Those
love any
Lyrics.
of there was a real frenzy of was it in the aughts? Did I threw that out? Aughts?
Aughts.
Was it in the
Naughties,
aughts?
babe.
There was a real
Naughties.
the aughts?
Naughties.
There was a real frenzy of game show stuff. And I like they all have little slogans like that. And I like to mix them up. Lock In Those Lyrics. That show was only on for a little while with Shane Ritchie. And
True in the word
Alfie
slogans
Moon.
there.
Slogan. Yeah, I don't know why that came
I
out.
like that.
But I
Shane, have you been reading the Healy Rays again?
You're standing there with slogans. You know better than to be swinging slogans and deciding this chamber. There you
That's
go.
great.
You have
Very
a Healy
strong.
Ray
He has
in
a
you.
Healy Ray
You
somewhere
don't
in
know
China.
until you
Great.
try.
There you go. That was very
There
impressive.
can be miracles when you believe. Anyway,
you
They should
they
bring back.
swing out slogans, and that was such a weird one because it was so. Did you just touch me?
Fix your mic.
I fixed your mic. It was when you very energetically sang the bit from, I think it was the Prince of Egypt.
It was.
It tilted the mic down, so I just popped it back up because I thought you were on a roll, but that's been interrupted now. So there
No,
you
I
go.
thought
Go
I
on.
actually would appreciate it. It was a nice quality.
Super
I thought
cute.
it was.
It's like as if your penis had popped out. That my friend was always worried of using the.
Jesus Christ.
Oh my
ever
God,
think-
weird pivot.
Do you ever think about using the zip and then popping your willy out and then peeing through that?
I do.
Do you ever do that? Mm-hmm. That's
From
my
having a belt,
friend.
not ours.
My friend was too scared to do that because he was worried if he did it at a pub or something like that, he'd forget to put it back in. He'd walk
This
back out.
thing, something to do with Dara O'Brien and a gooch, right? There's
Go
something
on.
to do with when
Find
you're
it.
finished peeing, you kind of poke at your gooch
Mm.
to get the end of the pee out. I don't know.
I do. I kind of do that.
The gooch. And
Do I?
is this bonus?
Yes.
Okay.
That's fine.
Okay.
But anyway, I really like that Shane Ritchie show, Lock In Those Lyrics, and I like to blend them all together. So I like to add it, like sometimes at home I'll do Lock In Those Lyrics, Davina, because they had
That's
Stop
fun.
the Clock, Davina.
Oh yeah.
And it was that was I love when they're so weird. Like in that show, £1 Million Drop is where they'd have to move the money around and get
Oh,
on the right
God.
answer. And but they always put this huge emphasis on Stop the Clock, Davina. But it was like you can stop the clock anytime.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
It's when the clock runs out. That's actual tension.
Yeah.
But you're like, stop the clock, Davina, and it was like,
Yeah.
all right.
I like the
you're
drama
talking
of
about you're talking about the difference of a few seconds. No big
Yeah,
deal.
yeah.
Stop the clock, Davina. There was one years ago I really liked when they had some kind of Ireland talent show, presented by my close friend Grania Shoiga, and they got it wrong, and I cannot believe it went on for weeks. They never corrected this. Rather than say votes are closed now, they'd be like standing there, and she'd look into the camera and be like, the voting lines would be open for like 40 minutes. And she'd look into the camera down the lens and go, voting lines are open now. And it was like, yeah, all right. Like, there's no, all right, so we're going to go get tea and stuff as well. Like, there's no,
Yeah.
there's no big deal. There's no tension in that.
Yeah, they're
like,
open.
As in, like, that's fine.
Everyone
Brian.
has to vote within the first 2 minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's going to be open for ages. Brian.
Yeah.
It was like, dum, dum,
The votes are open.
dum. When are they going to open the votes? It was like, whenever.
When are you going to host a game show? It is in your cards. It's in the stars.
Yeah,
somebody
I
said
think
to me a while ago
you could
actually
host
about a
in your
game show.
cards.
You all right? You,
You said it is in your cards, and I said, yeah, you could host in your cards.
Oh, that's good.
Hello and welcome back to In Your Cards with me, Shane Daniel Byrne, the only show where the answers are in your cards.
Is it the two of clubs, Shane? You just see what I had. See what a deck. No.
Again, Deirdre, is it in your cards? No, see, you went wrong there, Deirdre. All you have to do is say what's in your cards.
I'm all fingers and thumbs. There's the shamrocks of success.
I don't know what I would
Hello,
like.
Shane.
I would
I'm
host a
playing
game
for
show.
my granny, who is 94 years old. She is
Your granny.
Yes, my granny. She's 94 years old, and I'm going to win her 50 grand, and it's not actually for me, and I'm really, really upset about
is
it.
Is the winning streak still on?
Oh my god!
I feel like it's probably finished.
I feel like if it wasn't, we would have had a big kind of like, guys, winning streak, you know,
Yeah,
fucking
yeah, yeah.
Bewley's is closing kind of fucking
you're
reaction,
right,
you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I'd say it's still open.
Must be.
The lines are still open.
Still open.
I don't know if winning streak is still on.
Hey, get your Mickey in there.
Well, no, I'm not going near Marty's, Mickey.
That would be insane if
We're all,
you're
we
going.
all come
we
from
all
our.
come from different
You'll be
aspects.
on Lyric FM.
I'll go for his
You'll
lyric.
get winning streak, and I'll get Eurovision. That's what I'm saying.
I get the crappiest thing.
No, come on.
He
you joking
gets
me when
me
he's
on
street-
Lyric FM being all stylish and
In the morning.
and
You have to wake up at fucking
guile-ish.
5 in the
And-
morning.
Yeah, but then you get to do the Eurovision. the
You'll
greatest
probably
show
get
on earth.
Eurovision, but
what
like,
do I
and
get?
And I'll never speak to you.
I get winning streak.
When you get Eurovision,
people
I'll
are
never
eating
speak to you again.
Their pizzas as little children watching that. Well, certainly
Yeah.
that was my experience.
I'm probably having a
Wait,
Pepsi
what?
and a
Little pizza?
Actually, we
plastic
had
cup.
lasagna. But we used to have lasagna on a Saturday. My daddy used to always make lasagna on a Saturday.
Did I tell you about what my brother
daddy.
does in Australia?
Well, carpentry.
He does carpentry.
Ah, yes, Tony.
He does
We're
jobs
always
for
talking about
people.
this.
Have I talked about this?
All my siblings are carpenters.
They are. And
I'm the only one living in Ireland.
it hurts. And he
Yeah.
does jobs for people because he's a good person. And he does jobs
Oh.
for people. But like in a trade thing, Australia's all on Facebook. And they still use it. And
Okay.
there's all these sites for people. He says in the modern world, people have stopped learning how to do things. Like something breaks, you get someone to fix it rather than fix it yourself like people used to.
Or buy a new one.
And so he helps people do things like put up their curtains and stuff like that. But there's usually some sort of trade. And he has found sometimes that when he does it, like people can kind of give you something shit, or like they take you for granted, or they kind of make you their boy because you're doing a job for them. And they kind of, and he needs that to not be the case. So he started doing this thing called Jobs for Lasagnas.
What?
Yeah. And he asks people, he said, say he's doing anything for someone.
Oh my!
He gets them to make him a lasagna.
Oh
and,
my
And it's
God.
his way of kind of going, I'm not your boy. You're my boy. I'm going to make you a boy. And so he has.
That is
And
so
one time he
smart.
did it. He was putting up someone's curtains, and he said it was kind of difficult job. And the person was starting to get really. He was doing it, and he was like, "It's getting kind of close to dinner time. This person hasn't put the lasagna on." And then he was just like, he was like, "They're kind of taking me for granted here. This is feeling really weird." And then she was like, "Listen, I don't know. I'm like, I don't think I have time. Can I just run to the shop and get you some beers?" And Niels is like, "I can get beers. I can buy beers. I'm an adult. I can go to the shop and get beers. I asked you for a lasagna." And she made
Is this
the
a stranger
lasagna.
to him?
This is a stranger that he's helping out of the goodness of his
Yeah.
heart and putting up these curtain things for a trade for a lasagna, agreed upon fee. And then she made us lasagna for him.
I love that.
But
then he
lasagna
does
takes
it.
so long.
It does. It's a tough thing to do.
I know, you have
That's
to plan
why
for it.
it's like you give them something that is there's some sort of effort in it, so they're not taking you for granted, and you'll only get people who will actually appreciate you. And he loves lasagna. Niels loves it.
I
It's
love
his
that.
favorite. So he gets a lasagna all the time, and it's great.
And how does he reach the curtains being a small orange cat? Like, how does he actually reach? Does he have a ladder? And he doesn't do it on Mondays because he hates them, right?
No, he hates Mondays.
Yeah.
No, he
Garfield.
Yes.
Yes, very good.
I'd like.
for lasagna.
I have
Yummy.
like, I have 2 jobs I want done in my house that I don't want to. Certainly, one I can't do is to fix a new drawer because the other one rotted.
That kind of thing.
A long story.
If you can make a lasagna,
The boiler
you're
man.
sorted.
Anyway, but I also need someone to put a new a rope in the Venetian blind, and I do think I want to try that one myself. But
You
it
could probably
involves
do that.
using no. It's really scary. You have to use a lighter to sew. Anyway,
What?
yeah, you have to get the new one and like lighter it to the old one, and then it'll run it all the way through. But anyway, I don't want to fuck it up. But I do need someone to build a new. What do you Google, like handyman? But what if you
Build
get
a new
some
door. Build a new
weirdo-
what?
A drawer. There's a drawer.
I think there's
under-
an app. I think there's apps now that have like reviewed people and they can have agreed upon. Yeah, there is. There's that one that, and then people can kind of like basically you put it out and then people can send you a quote.
But they used to be in GCN magazine because sometimes I find it stressful bringing a stranger into your house and you're like,
I know you don't even want
there's
friends in your house.
there's only one bedroom here and we're both men. Do you understand? Sometimes it's a bit scary or not scary, but a bit uncomfortable. And I do have penis art in the bathroom, and you've probably seen
On
it.
the wall
Yes.
still though, you know.
My friend Brian's penis is up there.
Yeah.
My
My friend,
it's art.
my
It's
friend
art.
Andrew's penis is up there.
You've got a penis in your
How's
sitting room.
Andrew?
Andrew is the person who Shane painted.
No, he's not called Andrew.
Huh?
He's called Luke.
Oh, it's Luke.
And Shane is not me. Anyway, that's a different penis.
Yeah.
But when I do cover up the penises sometimes, if you just put a piece of paper on top of it.
So all you need to do is imagine what the gays of Gable End actually have in their flat, and it's exactly it is a penis palace as we've established now. There's three different penises.
3 penises.
There is.
Yeah, but one of them is my friend, so that's
Yeah.
okay.
Well, I am insane with like I love trying to do things like that. Our fridge broke, just broke.
You couldn't build a new drawer though. from
I
scratch.
don't think so. No,
No,
I don't think so.
no.
But I
You
would
need a new drawer?
very much try.
I need a new drawer because the boiler started leaking into the drawer, and then the whole thing, the boiler was replaced, but the drawer, of course, had rotted away at this point.
If you just go into Woody's and you tell them how a piece of
Dimension.
I
MDF,
have
it.
the drawer that's the old drawer, but it needs to be cut and trimmed.
you could
Why does it
probably
have to be done in trim?
Because the new
trim castle?
it's more of a Kells situation, but it's
They have a
That's
a
where the
saber.
guild is.
They have the axe that cut William Wallace's head off still there, and it's the only thing sharp enough. If you go into Woody's and just ask for they could even probably measure the piece of wood that you need, and then you could just take that off and just drill it back in.
You,
Probably a piece
you
of
could
wood.
try some other places, but there ain't no better buying DIY.
from Woody's.
Yeah.
I mean, shouldn't my dad just do it?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, but I've been asking him for like 2 years. You know the thing that goes on top of the back of the boot in the car?
Yes.
So that thing that covers the boot, people might put a box of tissues or a teddy on it. You know
Oh,
that,
yeah,
you know
yeah,
that
yeah,
thing?
yeah.
So that's come on loose because when I bought the car, it didn't have a little hook thing was broken, and the fellas in the garage had sneakily put a screw in, which did not work.
Oh.
But I've been asking my dad for like 3 years. I'm like, you need to. That's exactly the type of dad energy that he would love
Shane,
to
I
figure out a little
Fucking
device.
love doing that stuff. Like,
Is your car nearby?
I
Okay,
love
come
doing
over
that kind of thing. I
my house
honestly,
now.
I'm just getting excited at the idea of fixing that. It makes me.
Can we
so
come
happy.
over and do all your jobs?
Like, I really would love to.
I would feel very like you can't do it, can you,
I can do everything
Tony?
now. I believe I can
Tony.
do a lot.
Yeah, but
Power
you also
washed.
that time's nearly electrocuted yourself.
I know, and I almost. Do you know what I did yesterday?
Tell us.
I put the. I was testing the pizza oven because we're going camping in the weekend, and I wanted
kind
to
of
make
pizza
sure.
oven do you have?
I have an Uni, and I love it. And so I was testing it and making sure it was all right. Because one time I did have the propane tank or whatever it is leaning on its side for a while, and you're not supposed to do
That's
that
very
at all.
dangerous, yeah.
And then when I actually put it back up, it wasn't coming out properly, and the pizza oven almost blew up. So I was like making sure, so it was in the shed. So then I put them all out, made sure that there's still gas in them, and then I put the propane tank back in there, and then I disconnected all the Uni, and then the Uni still hot. I put on top of the propane tank in the shed, and I was like, "Why? What the fuck?"
Oh my God.
And then when I looked inside the propane in the Uni, there was
Oh my
still
God.
embers, and it was red hot on the inside.
Tony.
Yeah, and I was like, "Oh my God, I need professional help with the safety." So
Like Charlotte Church.
like Charlotte Church.
And
No, I copped it straight away. I was like, I just put it on top, and then I was like, "Oh fuck, no!" Like
That's
this is
so stupid.
yeah, it's really stupid.
But anyway, like,
Don't
you're
you love
okay,
your
everything's
family?
fine.
I love them so much; it would break my heart. But
Let's do just a bit of quick ASMR. Or like, you know, in Off Menu podcast, when they do little stings in between, they do this.
I don't listen to it too much, but
Please don't talk during the sting.
sorry.
that was pathetic.
Can I have a sting?
Do you want to do it yourself?
I'll do it myself, DIY, since we're talking about it.
Actually, I'm going to pour it, but I would like Tony to make the sound effects. What? I did that wrong.
This feels
Yeah,
a bit
you poured it.
Yeah, because I had the real sound.
It's not like we've run out of things to say.
This is kind of sexual. There's something about the.
Here we go. You got to get a height.
That sounds like peeing.
That sounds like pink.
It doesn't.
sounded
It
like
sounds
me.
really good.
Sounded like peeing.
Say Nipsey over and over again.
Nispy, 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 nispy. There we go.
Nipsey,
I said
nipsey, nipsey,
Nispy.
nipsey,
I said the wrong
nipsey,
thing.
nipsey,
You said
nipsey,
Nipsey.
nipsey, nipsey.
I must tell that to a few 8-year-olds.
No, I had a thing, but it was gone. Now it's gone.
We're gonna go over
Oh, yeah,
Shane's
sorry,
house. He's gonna
fix
make
it.
it
You're
for his
gonna.
I
You
love
think you
fixing
can fix that thing?
I tried to fix the fridge for. Anna was like, "We need a new fridge," and I was like, "I can fix this thing." I took it out. I looked up videos. The guy in the YouTube video was like, "Listen, most times it's like, you know, when your goldfish is lying on its side, it's not dead." I was like, "This fridge, this life left in this fridge,
Whoa.
so old." Spent like 3 days. Anna came home one time. I'd taken the fridge out. It was like upside down. I was like unscrewing the bottom of it, doing all this, taking it like piece from piece, like doing, all right, so the fan's not working, you know, this isn't working. And I was
need
like,
to
it's
do
just
it. Don't
fucking
try this
broken.
at
Like,
home.
get a new one. Oh, you can try it at home. I mean, a
No,
lot of
you need
times-
to not say that.
Why?
You'll end up getting sued with someone who did that.
What?
Please
Void
don't
the
try
warranty?
this at home.
But I mean, I'm just
Don't
saying,
void any warranties.
when your fridge breaks, and indeed when your figs aren't tasty, it's often very, because I said fig, didn't I?
I didn't hear you say
I
fake.
didn't hear you say fake.
I just really wanted you to put a disclaimer saying, "Now, don't try this at home."
Don't try it at home.
Now, don't try this at home, but I did, and I even though the fridge didn't get fixed, I felt like I was really close. But
so
eventually,
close.
like Anna came home and was just like, get a new fridge, and I did have to get a new one. But I will try fix anything. I will.
Did you not fix the fridge in the end of that
No,
story?
I didn't know.
Whoa!
Yeah,
Oh, Killian.
yeah. Pretty embarrassing.
But you saw how bits work, and you learned.
I learned a lot. And listen, I've broken a few fridges in my time. One time I stabbed it and the gas leaked out because
The
of
Freon?
Yeah, that.
I know this about fridges that if you move a fridge over a bit of a distance or deliver fridge, you have to leave it settle for a while.
What?
Because the gas has to settle.
Yeah.
Other thing I know about the
What
fridge
kind of
is that
distance?
you should pull out, if possible, pull out your fridge and clean behind it and dust it because it can actually needs more power to keep cool.
Well, the
I'm not
fridge.
looking for new places to clean that I can't see. No, thank you.
I'm just
That's what you
I'm just
take off your
sharing my
glasses when you
sharing my
clean it so
knowledge.
you can see less dirt.
That's a great idea.
You do that.
Yeah, I do. Sorry,
it's
I
insane.
only
The house
heard
is
what you
just-
said afterwards. Yeah.
No, I'm looking up these videos for fixing the fridge, and I'm just getting all these Indian lads who are getting like, I don't know, some sort of gas hob stove, and they are doing it as fast as possible.
seen these.
But it's actually
Incredible.
People are going like, it's like they pick up the thing, they get the rubber wire, but they're moving around really like gesticulating. They're smacking things really hard. It's like the two main things they do are gas hobs, and then also what are those kind of condenser cooker things?
Oh yeah.
Those
Induction hob.
No, like the induction hobs, but then also like a pot where you screw the lid on tightly.
pressure cooker?
Pressure cookers.
Yes.
Those are the two main things they do, and they just smack it around, and they're doing it really fast. And
Wow.
people are like, oh, they're just doing that thing where they're actually working at a normal speed, but they're doing all this. But I'm like, yeah, it's performance. That's why we're watching it. It's performance. It's really cool kind of performance, and they're making their work into, and it's really cool.
It's very cool.
But it's very unhelpful for me fixing my fridge. In
No.
fact, I started just fucking my fridge around the room. Just
But you're just taking a nice break on TikTok while the fridge is leaking Freon into the
I
apartment.
started growing faint. Anna found me lying on the floor. The same loop video of an Indian man smashing a pressure cooker around his little shop.
I mean, that's something I'd love to be great at. But do you know, I think I'm actually good at I built my PC and stuff like that, and I think
That's
I can
cool.
fix things, and do diagnostics and seeing why things aren't working. I think I'm quite good at that. I'm a good problem solver when it comes to the computer or any kind of tech related thing.
Electronic stuff, I'm not good at. Electronics, I find that very difficult. It scares me as well.
Yeah.
So that's stuff I can't touch.
Yeah.
But Tony, obviously,
Yeah, but more like a fridge. Go ahead.
Fridge and just reefing out a load of wires.
well, it's
absolutely.
gas. It's more plumbing.
Yeah.
So I'm kind of more comfortable with plumbing. Anyway, this is like so as to say that me and Tony will come over and we'll fix all your stuff.
Okay, what
we'll be the
about
father? We'll be the father. figure.
I'm not like some kind of like shrinking violet when it comes to things. I do things.
Do a half beef, half corn when you're doing the lasagna. All right? I want my side beef.
It would
And I don't care if
definitely
it touches.
spill.
It wouldn't spill.
You can't do half.
You
with
might
the
put a lasagna sheet in the middle.
That won't solve
Bridge
it.
the divide.
It will.
I wouldn't be eating
The
that.
other day I made lasagna,
Put
and
bechamel
day
in it.
one lasagna was kind of meat pasta soup, and then day two delicious lasagna.
Great.
Veggie
I was
lasagna
so
is
excited.
nicer. I don't remember what.
Killian, bring it in, would you?
Okay.
Veggie lasagna is
so-
nicer.
so
You're getting
stupid.
more
Killian, shut
variety
I
of
have
things.
I have nothing but support for vegetarianism and veganism, but don't say so stupid.
Vegetarian lasagna is nicer.
It's not. It's
Yeah,
not.
and
it's a different
sausage,
thing. It's a different.
sausage salad is nicer than a fucking salad.
Just a different
You know what I
thing.
mean? Like that's what you're saying. You know what I mean? Does that make sense? What I'm saying? Does
You'd
it
say
make,
black was white, Killian Sundermann. Do you know that? You'd say black was white.
I literally don't see color.
If you were a Mars bar,
You
you
are
cut off
correct,
your
though.
nose to spite your face.
If you were a Mars bar.
It's a little joke. Some people will get it. It's like if he
You're
was
a
a Mars
Mars
bar, he'd eat himself. Anyway, some people will get that.
Are you a Mars bar or a
You'd
Snickers?
forget your head if it wasn't screwed on. That's
Oh,
Oh
what we
no,
used to
stop!
always
I've a
get
head
that.
like a sieve for names. Is it that you've a head like a sieve for names, or that you have no respect for anyone around you?
Oh my god, this poor person.
Everyone used to say, I remember faces. I don't even remember faces.
I think it's being a comedian actually makes me not as good because I see hundreds of faces and speak to them every week, and actually I can't. I remember if I met you once at a party, I don't remember.
Shouldn't that make us better?
No, because you're seeing out into a sea of faces. Anyway, the main point
You know what?
is that I think the fuse is gone in my extractor fan / light area. And
I can
need
do that.
back.
Okay.
No, because I took the thing off the front and it's not a normal fuse plug. It's one of them white things.
Can't do it.
Extractor
Anyway.
fans are tricky. I don't know if I touch it. And do you clean it regularly? Because it could be really like sticky and
It's not about it being sticky. It's electrical fault of some kind. I think it's probably a fuse.
yeah. Well, there you go. You know,
I'll get my dad. You know what? He's going to have to just come over.
Just fucking pick him up, doorstep and be like, get in. Get in. Just fucking hop in
Doorstep
there.
him.
It'd be easy to get him because he'll be
Minister.
outside looking at the road.
I have a few fucking jobs for you now. Come on. Get up.
Get in.
But you think you can fix the thing that goes in the back of the boot?
I can definitely fix
Yeah,
that.
that'd be easy.
I don't even know. I don't know. If
What
you
is it?
can. See, it's
the bit that goes on
Yeah,
the top.
but
Like
where-
you said, you might put a
so
teddy bear or a box of Kleenex
ropes.
on it.
Yeah.
You know the ropes.
Yeah, what's happened?
One rope is in there and that's stuck in, right? So you can take them out to remove it for when
Yeah,
you're
of course.
moving house or, between kids, you're ferrying them left, right and centre and between all the baggage,
Jesus, is chaos.
But the
in our
other
house.
side, there is no little wedge or peg to hold it in. It's missing. Now, when they gave it to me, they had... Anyway, we will talk about this offline because we're now repeating ourselves and...
Are you looking for something that's a replacement hook
I'm looking for something to wedge that gap. Yeah.
to wedge that gap? Have you ever
glue.
messed with anything?
No.
Have you ever messed with Sugru? Have you ever messed with that?
What's that?
It's a moldable, sticky plastic that hardens.
Oh, I know that. Yes, invented by an Irish woman.
It's excellent. And
Yes.
I've used it to fix so many things.
She's an
around the
NCAD
house.
graduate.
Oh. Mm-hmm. Now, you might need some kind of suction cup as well, but you might be able to mold it to your liking. And
But then how will it come out?
I'd need to have a look at it. With
Well,
some
is there a
Sugru.
way? Is the string?
We'll
string
We'll
on
get
the
back to
other
you in a
end
second. We'll
I
get back to
don't
you in a
have my
second.
car.
guys.
I mean,
Um,
oh my god!
I've
Bonus
never
listeners
wished
are
I
like,
drove.
What the fuck is
everyone's
going
like,
on here?
we pay for this. I really wish I brought the car today so we could all go out and look. Remember last week I drove us all home? Wasn't that a cute little
That was
time?
cute.
That
That
was
was
a
very
Can I
cute
nice.
say,
time.
I was walking around town, and you get people coming up to you saying, like the podcast and all that kind of stuff, and I heard this beautiful Scouse accent going, "Oh, Killian," and he is in the middle of eating a
Jesus.
chicken tikka roll. And I was
Jesus,
like,
they're
what the
going
fuck
to
is
town
that?
on that fucking tikka roll there.
And he was eating
the
that
fuck is
chicken-
this shit?
Yeah, he was eating it like that.
Chicken tikka roll.
Chicken tikka roll, and he's like, "Love the fucking podcast, mate. Love it." And I was like, "Oh, fucking, we have some Scouse listeners, so unreal. Love it."
That's
I said,
great.
"What are you?" I
And
was
all
like,
you other ants who complimented him that day, you don't mean shit.
No,
anyway,
of
go
course,
on.
sorry.
Up the
but,
fucking Scouse.
He was like, "Oh, I'm from Liverpool," and I was like, "What are you doing in Dublin? It's the same town." I was in Liverpool in December. Dublin and Liverpool are so similar.
Are they?
Yeah, it's insane.
way.
Vibe wise, they're just very, very similar
Vibe-wise.
places. Vibe wise, and like almost looks wise as well.
Yeah.
Very similar places.
They've got the docks, we've got Grand Canal.
Yeah.
They've got the Beatles Museum, we've got the Wax Museum. You
yeah.
know?
Well,
Like
no, we've
for
got the rock and roll wall.
rock and stroll trail. Have you ever gone on the rock and stroll trail?
No, thank you.
You know, you see those like vinyls that are up everywhere being like, Westlife recorded here in 2002.
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
I can't find it. They're still up, the plaques, but I can't
I can't
find
find
the
the
actual
sleaze
walk.
one. I'm looking everywhere for it. I can't find it.
Oh, yeah?
It's in Dunleary.
We were on holiday. We were in Marseille, and one of the older brothers, Sleaze,
Jesus fucking Christ.
the older
He's
brother,
getting some mileage out of this fucking holiday.
Tony, you brought it up. Right? You go on.
but we were.
He doesn't care.
He doesn't care.
We say things to him. He doesn't care.
Wait, what's going on?
No, I
said-
love it. It's a great quality you
I said
have.
you're getting some mileage out of this
Out of the
Marseille trip.
holiday?
This trip
Yeah,
to
and
Marseille.
you
Do I
don't-
mention it too much?
No.
No, you're okay.
I'm only just back.
I think you've mentioned Marseille more than you have ever mentioned you're a vegetarian.
I think you'll listen to the podcast this week, and you'll go, "We didn't once ask Killian how his holiday was."
I don't think we need to,
Yeah.
babe.
No, you won't. You'll listen to it, and you go, "Wow, we didn't ask him how his holiday
do
was."
wanna know, though, how
So
the rest-
I had to input my holiday upon you because I want to talk about my holiday.
Okay.
Not once have you asked me how it was.
Oh, wow. This is a 30% real moment.
Okay, mum.
Yeah, you're like, it's a 30% real.
This is 30% real. Like, he's 30% kind of annoyed. And it's been magnified now.
No, I mean it's just the wife of the older brother of the Sleaze. She's American, and she was like, I mean, Sleaze must be what? Like, you guys are probably one of the biggest bands in Dublin. And I was like, oh, like, what has Aaron been telling her?
Oh,
Like,
wow. Really?
I was like, yeah, maybe on the kind of local level. I was like, we're not even in the top, like, 100. Well, I don't know.
You
Maybe
do the
we
theme
are.
song for the biggest podcast in Ireland.
That's true. Yeah.
Which is pretty
there
big.
we go. We must be pretty big.
You must be fucking
We sell
cleaning
out
up from
most
that.
of our
Yeah,
shows.
yeah,
You
yeah.
must be cleaning up
Do you
from that.
get
The
a
royalties.
check every week from that?
I didn't want to tell you, but we did a little backroom deal with HeadStuff Plus. So we do get royalties, but most of your fee goes straight to the Sleaze coffers.
Ah.
Straight to the coffers of the Sleaze.
Ah.
Our next gig is just us going on stage going, diddle-oo-noo-noo, and then
That's great.
the three of us will walk out and talk.
That's like when you do a sport good. You know what I mean? You master it and then you actually don't play it that much. That's the exact same with music. You just go out, you did the perfect riff, and now you just don't get to play anymore.
Diddle-oo-noo-noo. Sorry.
If you could put up a plaque somewhere around Dublin to be like, Shane Daniel Byrne wants something here, or Killian Sundermann, whatever, what would you do and where would you put it?
If I was to put one up for anyone, it would be on...
It'd be for you.
No, it would be by the Tower Street Bridge, and it would be Leon jumped into the Liffey here.
Oh.
That needs to be on... That needs to be a plaque
Absolutely.
somewhere.
Absolutely. Leon.
Yeah. Leon jumped because no one else could
He's
fly.
a mad cunt.
Yeah, mad cunt. course it's cold. It's bleeding water.
You know, if you try and watch that, I bet you it's like really grainy and you can't
I'd
make
say
out a
it's so
thing.
difficult to watch now.
But
Yeah.
you thought at the time that was a good video. If you haven't seen Leon swim the Liffey, look it up. Just Leon Liffey, we'll get it probably.
Yeah, it's brilliant.
My mate Ian did jumped in the Liffey, and it was one of those things where like I left. My girlfriend at the time wanted to leave, and we were all in the pub, and she's like, "I'm a bit tired, want to go." And I'm like,
Classic her. That's why you got tired. Like,
seems like there's like a good vibe happening here. And she's like, "No, I kind of want to go." So we went, and then
Why
you
do
know,
people have to go with their partner? She should just go home.
That'd be a bit different now, but you know, you're there, and then it was I could tell it was going to be a wild night, and then everyone started, you know, I don't know, they were doing shots or whatever. Then someone stole something and got kicked out, and then my mate jumped into the Liffey because he was trying to hoof someone another mate up the arse, and his shoe, his big fucking whatever airwalk shoes that we had, you know, the skater shoe, landed. Etnies could have been. And landed on landed sole still on the
I
Liffey.
think that's how they tend to land. Yeah.
But
like cats famously.
Yes.
But it landed like that. And then so he jumped into the fucking Liffey and swam after it. And got
That
it.
is so dangerous.
Yeah, it's so dangerous.
The Liffey is tidal, and that could have been really bad.
He also had an open sore on above his coccyx because he had to get a kind of an ingrown hair removed. Coccyx. So he was literally swimming in the Liffey with
an open wound.
An open wound.
Fucking hell.
Pissed.
Did he get the shoe?
in the middle of the night? Yeah, he did. Yeah.
Oh, nice. Okay.
And it was dry up until he grabbed it because he had to pull it under then to swim. But it was, you know, he left his clothes on the side. And then I'm getting all texts being like, "Oh my god, oh my!" And it was,
Oh, you had left.
I left.
Oh my god.
Yeah. Sorry, I got.
Did you immediately
preoccupied.
break up with her?
No. Look, it was fine. I kind of, you know, it was one of those things being like, "Oh, I'm almost a bit tired," but
Yeah.
you know, when you get those kind of, that's. I think someone asked me that what was the biggest moment that I missed out on, the FOMO moment, and that's probably it.
well, don't forget that Tony's friend did die of Legionnaire's disease.
Yes.
And this week, our podcast is sponsored by the Legionnaires Society of Ireland. And they're reminding you not to jump in the Liffey with open sores, as Legionnaires can and does kill.
If you have closed sores, please be our guest. I think generally Tower Street Bridge is the best.
Next week, we will be talking all things wheels disease. A disease very scary as a child because your parents told you to stay away
from wheels.
From shit.
And a message from Irish Fridge Safety: don't be fiddling around back there. Please don't be fiddling around. We've got a few people fiddling around, and the Freon's been filling up. So, just leave it, lads.
Do you like holidays in the south of France? Make sure you go to Marseille. We've got a beautiful port, we've got a great city, and we've got a beautiful pizza.
They're attractive. Very attractive.
Hot and loud.
And a little bit sad.
He was the best guy around.
Oh my, is it hot in here or what?
You're an attractive guy. It's the fabulous Tony Cantwell.
I'm talking about Shane Daniel Byrne.
Killian Sundermann!